seated. Members of the Platform Party, faculty, graduates, families, and friends, welcome to the 2017 Peabody College Diploma Award Ceremony. Today marks the culmination of your work. We celebrate the time we have spent together, even as we look forward to a future. Let me begin by introducing the members of the Platform Party. To my right is Mel Shin, who received his bachelor's degree from Peabody in 1975. Mel is Peabody's 2017 Distinguished Alumnus. He also will deliver today's remarks to the graduates. To my immediate left is Andrew Finch, Associate Professor of the Practice of Human and Organizational Development. Professor Finch will announce the graduates. And to my far left is John Braxton. John is Professor of Leadership, Policy, and Organizations, and this year's Chair of the Peabody Faculty Council. This morning, John was also inducted into the ranks of Vanderbilt's Emeriti faculty. It is a fitting capstone to a 25-year career at Peabody. John has contributed deeply to our understanding of the modern university and of its faculty and its students. Accomplishments at very high levels also typify the intellectual careers of 7 other Emeriti faculty whom we also recognize today. I wish to name them for you. Paul Cobb, Professor of Education, Emeritus. Dale Farron, Professor of Education, Emerita. Ted Hasselbring, Professor of Special Education, Emeritus. Craig Ann Hefflinger, Professor of Human and Organizational Development, Emerita. Richard Lehr, Professor of Teaching and Learning, Emeritus. Leona Schaubel, Professor of Education, Emerita. And Virginia Shepard, Professor of Education, Emerita. Please join me in congratulating and thanking these outstanding scholars. And now to our graduates. You are the reason we are here today. Only you know the total cost of the years leading to this moment. Each of you has committed countless time, endless effort, and precious resources. Some of you have pursued your degree while maintaining career, raising children, or caring for others. But you have persevered. You have shown grit. You have learned the theories of your discipline, and you have applied those theories to practicums and capstone projects. You have conducted research and presented findings. Each of you has accomplished something that is truly extraordinary. Along the way, your families, spouses, partners, children, and friends have shared your dream and supported you. We honor their hard work and sacrifice too. Please join me in expressing our appreciation. "706 Peabody students are acknowledged in the university's commencement program, and 6 different degrees are being awarded today, including 34 PhDs, 22 EDDs, 324 master's degrees, and 326 bachelor's degrees. Each of these degrees symbolizes the achievement of mastery. And because they are earned at Peabody, they also indicate your commitment to put your intelligence and abilities to work in the service of others. Peabody has several core values. Altruism is among the highest of these. The college has long promoted education for all, the disadvantaged as well as the privileged. Beginning in the late 19th century, teachers and administrators went out from George Peabody College to improve education across an impoverished South. Since those early days, the Peabody legacy has become ever more powerful as we have moved into national and international prominence. The Peabody vision situates learning in the broader context of human development, psychology, organizational excellence, and civic engagement. We concern ourselves with the families, institutions, and communities in which people live and work. We seek to prepare both scholars and practitioners who will add to our store of knowledge, strengthen private and public life, influence policy, and lead or reform institutions. Of course, Peabody faculty and students have long been committed to educating future generations, including helping children and young adults with special needs, children who are at risk, and learners in parts of the world that are still working to establish effective educational systems. As a college, we strive to be more equitable and inclusive within our own community, even as we prepare our graduates for a diverse society. Today, you join almost 30,000 living Peabody alumni who are part of this amazing tradition. Commencement is an appropriate time for the college to recognize alumni who embody the values and practices we hope our graduates will emulate. The Distinguished Alumna or Alumnus Award honors significant career and community achievements, as well as a reputation of excellent character and a respected and ethical work record. This year's recipient is Mel Shin. Mel Shin is a visionary, conceptual artist who graduated from Peabody with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in 1975. He was born in Houston, where he grew up in a predominantly African American and Latino neighborhood known as the Fifth Ward. From the outset, his art has incorporated political and social themes, as well as a deep concern for at-risk populations, for biodiversity, and for science. His environmental sculptures and installations have addressed habitat devastation, the toxic effects of lead poisoning, or the horrors of violence. His work can turn up in places where you least expect it, in urban schools, in Minnesota landfill, or the set of the television show Melrose Place. He is at once an artist and an activist with a deep concern for human communities and for place. And his work has been lauded by others. He is a two-time NEA Fellow, a frequent grant recipient, and the subject of a PBS documentary. Today, Mel Shin lives in North Carolina with his wife, Helen Nagy, who also graduated from Peabody in 1976. Running throughout Mel Shin's art is an educational sensibility that is fully in keeping with Peabody's historic mission and culture For this reason, as well as for the exceptional creativity in his body of work, we are pleased to confer on Mel Shin the 2017 Peabody College Distinguished Alumnus Award.
Thank you. I have a real bad double vision, so when I put these glasses on, I promise you I will not read this twice. I want to thank you for this opportunity to return after 42 years to pull one more all-nighter in preparing my remarks to you today. It was on this campus that my path began, where I carved out some place to find something that I would do until I could find something better. Naive as I was only slightly less now. And I can admit nothing better has ever been found, and nothing else will ever do. I know this is about you, but will you indulge me in a few recollections of my human development that will not be included in my biography? I took a creative writing course in that building over there in my senior year. But my problem wasn't writing, it was attendance. I was so into my studio practice and local culture that I might have missed about 12 classes. I was grinding some wood blocks in the studio over here, seriously contemplating whether it was a good idea to show up for the final. To further the meditation, I decided to go honky-tonkin' with my friend Christopher Barreca, who actually is in educational law and is a partner of a firm in Houston now, and hang out with some struggling Texas songwriters. And the name was Towns Van Zandt, and Guy and Susanna Clark. So it was a night of Exit In, Demon's Den, Douglas Corner, Dusty Roads, learning hot wiring technology on Guy's van, testing the demerits of whiskey and alcohol and wine, until we ended up in some house somewhere in Nashville with shutters that had cutouts like outhouse moons. And we joined a bunch of other unknown practitioners at the craft and art of party. Song after song and sloppier guitar playing, forgetting lyrics, sloshed with the story of a bag of mice deposited in the pockets of a pool table in a bar on Centennial Park that booted Guy and Towns out for excessive drinking. I never thought a tavern would boot somebody for excessive drinking, but they do it here. As the sun edged up and the final loomed, Towns, as nice as I've ever known him, introduced me to his best friend, who he just met. He asked him to cart me back to campus. His long-haired friend, with eye focused way beyond me, and was wearing a Stetson hat, put me in a mouse-colored Cadillac. That must have been the color theme of that evening, with the entire back seat filled with shoeboxes stacked very neatly 3 high. He drove very slow. I think there wasn't any talk. There was no talk. We ambled up onto Shelby Street Bridge, and then the explosion of lights, not for entertainment, but a Metro police were upon us. His friend finally spoke. The boxes are filled with weed. On the bridge, my future bridge was collapsing as fear induced immediate sobriety. especially when he added, "Don't worry." The officer approached, flashlight doing that flashing thing, and he asked finally, "What's in the boxes?" The friend was about to calmly reveal that he was more than a mule, and I leaped out. I blurted, "They're clappers." I pulled out the sandpaper bits out of my pocket and the sanded wood blocks. I put it in my jacket 10 hours before and tapped them like a castanets to, "We're gonna sell them here in Music City." The officer just shook his head. He didn't say anything, and he drove away. The friend dropped me off without a word as well. I was exhausted. I dozed off a bit in the dormitory over here on the sofa and shot up. It was time to get to the final. I ran over in time to make sure that I just missed that class too. The professor was not amused. She was waiting with stacks of writings and requested an explanation. I related the story of the entire night and about lying to the officer at law. She decided to pass me for my extemporaneous fiction. I protested. "It's true." And she told me to shut up and insisted that it wouldn't be wise to push it further. So I learned back then that, as we live now, that mostly fact and fiction, though not compatible, are forced together. But when partnered with the creative circumstances, it can be so righteous. Okay, righteous and decent. There was a dean, Dean Cook, and he was of that caliber. As our generation had expectations of anti-establishment attitude, Dean Cook was the figure, no disrespect, the figure of establishment. So that was my small worldview. But then it came a time where I finally had to meet him face to face in order to graduate. I had 3 courses I had never finished, and they needed to be waived. And that was Psychology 101, Home Economics, and Weightlifting. You know, by then I had abandoned all other studies to be in the pottery shop. I became obsessed with the craft. To a degree, I was psychoceramic. I appointed myself a janitor to be there as much as I could, to be among clay, fire, and the camaraderie of others in the world of craft and clay. If not there, I was in the libraries sponging up every historical tract on the cultural philosophical significance of the ceramic tradition. For my inward deep investigation, the rises of civilizations and contemporary conceptual dialectics was rewarded. By my inward gaze into clay, an entire world was revealed. So, okay, naturally, to make my appeal to Dean Cook, I came covered in wet clay. It was a rebellious gesture, my presence to be muddy and in front to his office. But I'll tell you, he so patiently and calmly received me, he disarmed me. He was there to hear me out. I was confused a bit, but I loosely demanded that he waive these 3 credits. 1, because I had early childhood trauma and I had surpassed 101 and experienced a graduate level of effects of psychological upheaval. 2, home economics was unfair. The instructor could not grasp how invented my final presentation of a home tour of how young men can decorate their rooms influenced by Holiday Inns, shag carpet, and garages. 3, the weightlifting coach accused me of lacking mental toughness, which was an insult to a dumbbell. I finished, and he gently said, "Okay." I was struck with recognition that the dean was not establishment. He was capable of reading through my clay-coated assault in his office. He reached that space we all could aspire toward, a wise form of empathy toward a student, a single student. Somehow, right that moment, I so fully felt that he did it for so many before me and would beyond me. He was an educator that knew the real education was before me. But it was time to cut me loose so the world would be the one to actively judge and gauge my efforts, not the written requirements of this school, but to send me to discover that world I had read about in books. I have to say that I've discovered this world, under some circumstances, is deeply treacherous. It comes with pain and even moments of unspeakable violence. And yet, at the same time, I have profound fortune that it is filled with moments of joy, creativity, humor, and love. But it's not just about discovery of the world. It's about using the tools I was given then and the tools you are given now to transform it. But the capacity of that transformation can be further guided by the axiom of self-assessment that the unexamined life be not worth living. But it is a daily regimen to unpack the delusions that cloud our capacities to carry out that imagination. And we must be aware of that. You know, the dean waived a course in psychology so I could continue to live a life to shape it, construct it, reconstruct it continually. He probably knew my sewing skill would be forever so and so. And the mental toughness of our generation needed to have its chance. I often meet people now and say, I'm sorry. I'm going to say it to you, I'm sorry. Because my generation has been long enough. To be honest, I say I'm sorry because I've probably insulted them once in my life and I probably owe them money that I have not paid back. But truly, I'm sorry because my generation has not completed the work that we expected. You're entering a world that is more depleted, more divided, less tolerant. So I'm so grateful to be among you because you contradict the sorrow that is within me for that loss of action. That your readiness and your exuberance is about ready to commence and continue. Looking out, I see you embody the hope that is forthcoming. The knowledge that will be invented, the justice that we tirelessly pursued, the voices that will be nurtured by your effort, the teaching that you will wear and tolerance down to dust, discovery of will in yourself that will be untapped, the toughness that you will shoulder the burdens that you meet, the bridge of thought that you will construct for others through your practice, the path out of pathologies that will moor us forever, you will find. The options that I could never find, that I could never invent, you will help create. And together we will seek the capacity to exercise the empathy and the guide to being humane that was artfully bestowed and conveyed in that office of a dean on this campus 42 years ago. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was truly excellent. And I bet nobody here would object if you actually read it again. But now we've come to the part of the ceremony for which we have eagerly assembled. And let me just say a few words about the awarding of diplomas and the colors worn by the graduates. Just a few words. The velvet edging on the hoods identifies the degree, light blue for education degrees, and teal for degrees in public policy. All hoods are lined with gold silk bearing a black chevron to signify that Vanderbilt University is the granting institution. and additional information regarding the regalia and symbols used in the ceremony may be found in the university program. Those persons awarded the Doctor of Education degrees will be assisted with their doctoral hoods by Professors Claire Smirker and Christopher Loss. The names and degrees are listed in the commencement program. Presentation of diplomas will follow the order of the degrees in the program, beginning with the Masters of Education. Professor Finch, will you read the names of the degree recipients?
One word of announcement before the awarding of degrees. Please do not take any self-pictures when receiving your diploma and being congratulated by Dean Benbow. There are professional photographers doing this for you. The following persons have earned the Master of Education degree. Fatima Ali. Asia Marie Amos. Ryoski Arau. Jeannie Adair Arthur. Casey Lynn Ayers. Rebecca Louise Bayman. Lane Baser. Brittany Nicole Barbero. Danielle K. Bartlett. Thomas Benson Becker. Brittany Paige Bennett. Zachary David Berkowitz. Bethany Sharon Berriesa. Francesca Matea Bishelia. Brendan Russell Boland. Christina Warden Bowden. Natalie M. Brackett. Caitlin C. Bryety. Ella Brown. Lindsay Caitlin Bunt. Catherine A. Burkett. Deanna Maria Candeloro. Yudong Xiao. Chuan Chen. Kai Hung Chen. Ro-Yu Chen. Si-Ying Chen. Hassan Adolphus Clayton. Christopher Lee Clore. Rachel Louise Cole. Shantae Janelle Coleman. Margaret Mary Colette. Yuan Yuan Kwong. Emily Nicole Conley. Elizabeth Marie Cornfield. Catherine Crump. Ruru Dai. Anna Lynn Daly. Alexandra Damiano. Shay M. Davis. Connor James Deason. Nicolas Raphael Marcus Dorn. Bohan Du. Anne Kirkby Dunlap. Audrey M. Elledge. Rebecca Austin Emmons. Mary Catherine Tubbs Endall. Ashley Elizabeth Fallon. Joan Fay. Anna Sheridan Flagg. Ayana McKinney Fletcher Tyson. Marissa Michelle Flores. Samantha P. Forcum. William Martin Howard French. Adrian Millicent Gabb. Elizabeth Sarah Geller. Julie Ann Gembra. Darcy Cameron Gist. Stephanie Grace Gossett. Nathaniel Robert Graves. Joseph Gutierrez. Bethany Doreen Hertrick. Lindsay Hornbuckle. Wu Hugh. Jingjing Huang. Shelby Brooke Hughes. Samantha Hutton. Sarah Imran. Mary Gwen Jonke. Joy Saad Jamal Adine. Matthew David Janicki. Yiwei Jin. Chantel Aaliyah Johnson. Brian William Joy. Hadley Elizabeth Judson. Emily Keedy. Amanda Lee Kettner. Ranita King. Huang Lee. Jingshang Li. Ruchen Li. Wenna Li. Yuan Yu Li. Philip Licklider. Jian Lin. Laura Claiborne Little. Yin Liu. Catherine Marie Lombard. Melissa Virginia Luby. Ruki Ma. Kyle Alexander McDonald. Maheen. Alexandra Sophia Manikas. Kelly Quayne Manix. Ashley Ann Marshall. Caroline Elizabeth Martin. Colleen Aaron McCoy. Andrew McDaniel. Lindsay Paige McMullen. Chelsea Amanda McQueen. Michelle Dory Diane Marica. Hillary Corbett Mirowitz. Nicholas James Moore. Vivian Elena Morales. Kelly Nicole Mott. Rachel Elizabeth Mottern. Natalie K. Nelson. Megan Alicia Northrup. Gretchen Joan O'Henley. Casey Lynn O'Quinn. Grace Ellen Oberholzer. Douglas A. Odom. Catalina Ordorica. Kirsten Carmel Osborne. Sarah Elizabeth Overstreet. Carolina Marie Palacios. Catherine Sarah Palmer. Jessica Lee Paranzak. Naomi Parikh. Natasha Milan Patel. Haley Ariel Perkins. Brittany H. Peterson. Brett Leslie Petty. Andrew Cole Porter. Anna Elizabeth Press. Caitlin Faith Price. Courtney Lynn Prophet. Gia Chu. Kayla Rochelle Randall. Stevie Ray Riley. Eileen Marjorie Rimley. Madeline Wynn Restrepo. Catherine Mary Robinson. Sarah Stevens Roush. Nicole Joe Rogers. Victoria Christine Romba. Zoe Ray Rote. Megan N. Ruddy. Rebecca Morgan Ruiz. Elizabeth Ann Schmidt. Hannah Jeanette Scott. Salman Shahid. Zuyu Shen. Mary Michelle Shipley. John Curtis Skinner. Samantha Nicole Slonim. Kelly Elizabeth Smith. Michelle Renee Smith. Minta Allison Spears. Courtney Ann Spetko. Courtney E. Stabingus. Savannah Patricia Staley. Sarah Elizabeth Stefanoff. Derek Michael Stevens. Kelsey Ann Stolzenbach. Bo Sue. Kayla D. Swain. Aaron M. Sweeney. Yao Tan. Savannah A. Tate. Austin Allen Tatum. Erica Lynn Tavs. Barrett Jackson Thomas. Alyssa Marie Thornton. Jessica Thurmond. Ellen Marie Vandelar. Lisa Deanne Venanzi. Madison Adele Wagner. Mao-King Wang. Nan Wang. Lena Marie Warren. Catherine Stewart Weiser. Catherine Herndon Westergaard. Brianna Nicole White. Summer Scarlett Martha Wiggins. Jennifer Renee Williams. Richard Prescott Willis. Saraswati Alma Wilson. Amanda Marie Wojcinski. Alan Sigwen Wong. Paige Lauren Woods. Limin Xiao. Shuang Si. Mo Zhu. Yan Yang. Chongru Yu. Yue Huan. Maria Isabel Zalea. Hengmin Zhang. Mengrong Chang. Shiwan Zhang. Xiaoyan Zhang. Yu Shang. Xiao Zi. Rachel Kate Ziegler. Saad Rahim Zubair. Elizabeth Rose Depta. Rachel Elizabeth Dodd. Megan Elizabeth Edwards. Haley N. Garfinkel. Alistair Dodge Gaynor. Dawn Marie Harris. Allison A. Heasley. Kendall Peguiejo Herring. Catherine Menzel. Catherine Michelle St. Clair Mizar. Mackenzie Stewart Nellis. Allison Josie Quintanilla. Emma Rose Rogers. Shayna Starr. Mackenzie Sundberg. Lauren Margaret Blakely. Lucy Evans Bike Young Brabham. William Christopher Griffith. Mary Lloyd Leftwich Heller. Allison Elizabeth Key. Margaret Tujak Lucas, rather. Sorry about that. Catherine Leslie Miller. Layla M. Mazzali. Karen O. O'Brien. Daniel Mark Parsons. Brianna Shantae Perry. Annalise Rebecca Price. Julianne McClure Robinson. Emily Galloway Sims. Susanna H. Sitterly. Justin Lee Smith. Teresa Cox Standard. Paula Margarita Stefan. Elizabeth Eisman Stockdale. Kaylee Lauren Richardson Williams. Caitlin Hope Winburn. Brittany Nicole Jackson Brown. The following persons have earned the Master of Public Policy degree. Aisha Al-Sayed. Laura Kathleen Ayat. Charles Dominic Marconi Bufalino. Lane Stephen Carr. Marcy Ann Cooper. Chandra Joy Dishell Gibson. Melanie Ann Harrell. Jessica Lynn Holter. Matthew Kyle Hurt. Abigail Jasinski. Robert Allen King, Jr. Catherine Elizabeth Knepp. Maria Krivaruchko. Maya Libes. Kathleen Claire Mountner. Monica Rita Nemec. John Martin Powers. Melissa Park Reynolds. Mark Douglas Sieber. Elizabeth Myers Vincent. Bailey O'Marion Weiberg. Recipients of the Doctor of Education degree, please approach the platform. The following persons have earned the Doctor of Education degree. Kristen Sindorf Basie. Dana Miller Bullard. Bridget Fawn Burns. Matthew Dodd Campbell. Colin M. Coyne. Shane Crounce. Sose Priyala Dede. Andy Rashidi Duogie. Nicholas J. Jesualdi. Leslie Nicole Greenidge. Li Ji C. Hinkle. Avery D. Kenley. Amanda Lauren Klein. Alexis Martinez. Rachel Willis Moquin. Charles R. Nicholson III. Christopher John Purcell. Eve R. Rifkin. Kristen Schatzer. Julie Denise Shively. Alexis Stokes. Adam Hobdy Weiss. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
And one more congratulations to all of you. Today, you have joined a select group, the alumni of Vanderbilt University and Peabody College. On behalf of the faculty, I commend you. George Peabody, our first great benefactor, famously said that education is a debt due from present to future generations. That statement is as true today as it was over a century and a half ago. As you begin the next stage on your journeys, I encourage you to be mindful of the knowledge and skills you have gained during your time here, and to offer these generously to others, for you have much to give. We have come to the end of our ceremony, but not the end of our celebration. Following the recessional, I invite you to greet one another at a reception under this tent immediately behind us. I ask that the audience remain standing only for the recession of the platform party and the faculty. Congratulations again, and enjoy. Thank you.